A disability is when someone has maybe they have an accident or they're born with it and they're unable to do things that people born without the accident are.
Well, I guess it could be categorised into either a physical disability or a mental disability.
I think a disability means that people have different abilities. They may have lost a limb.
Well, a disability is an issue that you have that restricts you from doing things that you might have been able to do before you got that disability.
That means a lot of different things to different people.
There usually can be physical or mental disabilities.
A disability can mean so many different things to different people.
It's like where someone can't do something the same way as other people, as like the majority of people.
I think about some of the students in our school who have a disability, and in each case it's unique.
I think a disability is something that's physical or mental that impairs someone's quality of life.
I can go about doing most things, but
It's a very complex, sounds like a simple question, but it's quite a complex question.
I think about the word first, and I think about the word is based around, comes from the word able. I don't like the word disability. It's just different abilities and different strengths in different people.
I think, though, one of the things that's most important with anything that you want to think of as a disability is that they don't have to be disabling.
It's just a person that might need a tiny bit more help. It's nothing more.
That's a really good question.
Oh, that's a bit tricky.
Can you just ask me the question? What was the question again?
I'm not really sure about that question. How it varies. That's actually quite hard.
Give me the question again, Francesca.
It's kind of like some people can't. I don't know.
Really, there shouldn't be any difference. But I think society does create stereotypes with people with disabilities.
There are certain things that you can't do that a lot of other people can do, and there are things that you can do that other people can't do.
I think it's, for a physical thing, it's about having to cope and adapt in everyday life.
Well, of course, when you're disabled, you're different, but then you're also in some way special because you think differently to other people. So, for example, schizophrenia, you see things, but you also could be good things, and you think and see differently to other people. So, I guess it's kind of a gift in some sort, if you think of that way.
It's also about having to cope with the reactions of other people.
I'm not sure if there is an answer to that because we're all different in some way or other, and again, it's how you use your difference that's the important thing.
So it's about having extra help and assistance, either personally or from other people.
Just being different could be just a personality trait.
The people with disabilities that are physical are seen because of that part of them that's disability.
You could be quirky.
Everyone is different. A disability is what you make it.
Could be someone that just wasn't as social as somebody else. A disability is usually something that has more of an impact or an effect on a person's ability to get to complete tasks or do things.
so if it varies on how big the disability is, and then if the disability needs others to help, you know, in their day-to-day living. Or
That's a really hard question to answer. Just being different. I don't know.
unexpected. So for me to be able to walk into this room today and have an interview and to race down the stairs to get a cup of coffee, I didn't even have to think about it.
I don't think it varies from us being different, to be honest. I mean, they are different.
So I think it's when it stops someone from being able to do something.
They come to feel different, I think, simply because of the way they are generally treated by people who don't understand.
I don't know.
Being different, it might be that I like to have really crazy purple hair and I'm really loud and people might look at me like, oh God, she's a little bit strange, but it doesn't stop me from doing other things.
People are frightened of disability on the whole, right? You'll see them move over on the pavement when you walk past with a disabled person.
Particularly here at IGS, talking to kids with disabilities is they really see their disability as a special thing that makes them who they are. So I think disability is a really interesting word to give us a sense of the diversity of people generally.
You just treat them like ordinary people. You realise that they can't get up and walk out of the wheelchair and you just talk to them as if they're really ordinary people.
We need to, especially in school, really be aware and supportive of people with different disabilities, but not label those people because, you know, like everything else in life, it's kind of quite a fluid situation for people.
And communication is one of the biggest problems with disabled people.
It doesn't really, does it? A disability is being different. It's part of being different.
You know, I don't see disabled people as different. I just see them as people.
I guess in some ways we can choose to be different, but there are people who have physical and or mental disabilities who don't choose to be different.
So I don't see it as different. For me, it's not different. It's just people.
If you think about it in a way, it's not different. It's the same.
I guess in some ways it might be about choice.
Because every person's different. Doesn't make them any different from different, if that makes sense.
To a very great extent, people's disabilities are often defined by people around them rather than by themselves.
Different could mean a lot of things. It could mean that maybe you have a different colour hair to most of your friends, or you have a deformation, or you have a twin or something.
Because people who have disabilities try to remove as many obstructions as they can, whereas people who don't have disabilities are often categorising people who do.
Could be just a different way of thinking, a different dress sense, just a different way of talking, anything really.
I think disability isn't a question of being different, it's a question of being individual.
Not able to.
Diversity.
Well, firstly, of course, restriction.
Capacity.
And think, how would I go if that was me?
Community.
I guess you're different.
Special.
Wheelchair.
Understanding.
Prejudice.
Depression.
And a wheelchair.
Brave.
Unfairness.
Physical.
Different.
A wheelchair?
Hope.
Paralympics.
Blindness.
So I don't have three words when I hear disability.
Strengths.
Both ability and disability.
Strength.
Gifts.
Wheelchairs.
Bus, because I catch the bus every morning and I see the disabled signs.
More of elder people.
I think of challenge.
I think you think of wheelchairs.
Ability.
C9 dogs.
Difference.
Carers.
Talents.
Able.
Power.
Capable.
I probably think of a wheelchair.
Maybe like, yeah, inspiration.
And noble.
What can I do to help?